Hi all, and welcome to Parker's Reefs. On today's episode, we're going to check out a store that I've been meaning to visit for a long time, and that's Atlas Aquarium in Queensland. Alright, so located just a little bit north of the Brisbane CBD in a suburb called Wavell Heights. I could be pronouncing that wrong, but let's go with it. You'll find Atlas Aquarium. And from the moment you pull up, there's no mistaking that this is an aquarium store, and a marine aquarium store at that. Sure, they've got freshwater fish in there as well, but that beautiful front display absolutely advertises to the world that you can pick up marine fish and corals here. And you slide open the door and you come into this pretty cool lounge area here. And funnily enough, in the lounge area, you've got a beautiful lounge, and you've got some nice live tanks to look at, and some new tanks that are just about to be scaped, I'm pretty sure. You can see some cool tree root structures up there, and some empty tanks of various sizes. And all good lounge areas must have a fridge. There's water and cans of Coke in there. Some dry scaped tanks, so you can see the sort of packages you can set up to take home. And some other good options like that around there. But it's not just all about dry scape tanks, because we've got a couple of live tanks. And this one here is a huge Red Sea Max. It's I shouldn't say Red Sea Max, it's a Red Sea tank with the traditional setup with the big aluminium heatsink T5 setup on the top. And to be honest, I quite like that setup. I'm not a huge T5 fan, but I love the look of these tanks, and I love the way that the fitting gets closer, and it kind of almost gives the tank a hood, if you will. And there's some cool fish in there. We've got a nice Valentini puffer and a magnificent fox face, a few other bits and pieces. Now, this Evolution Aqua tank here, I must admit, when I first did my walk through the store, I didn't even notice it had a fish in there. But once I got the camera out, I see this beautiful little gem tang swimming around in there. He's still fairly new. He's a little bit skittish, but you can see the new Kessel A360X on this tank, and it's just setting up now. So it's going to be an absolute ripper once it gets going. I've also got a nice little Neptunian cube here, which is at a beautiful price. If you're looking to get into saltwater aquariums, you can get that tank for $350, and for another $160, I think it was, you can pick up the cabinet as well, which is quite a good deal. Now, once you walk up into the main display area here, we can see we've got some nice dry pieces there for people that are not looking to go live coral, but are looking, or if they have a freshwater system, they're wanting to add a little bit more decor to their setup. And you've got a nice range of freshwater fish here. Some of your basic options, like all your guppies and mollies and things, are here. I'm not going to talk more about them, because I'll only embarrass myself on how little I know about freshwater tanks, but it's a nice clean setup. And you've got some nice ornaments there for the kids, including some cool ones that light up. Now, talking about freshwater tanks and ones that do actually get me excited, this planted tank, Sebastian tells me that it has looked better, but geez, I can't imagine when it looks better, because it looks incredible now. I really love the Evolution Aqua tanks and cabinets. The options of different finishes you can have on the cabinets just make it really easy to get one to match your decor, and this tank just looks right at home there. A beautiful piece with some Kessel lights lighting it up on this really nice stainless steel frame. All right, we walk over here, we can see some more freshwater fish. I promise you we will get to the saltwater fish and coral soon, but just wanted to walk through here and have a look at these. We've got some cool betas. I do focus a little on the betas here, because if you know, I love to photograph fish and corals, and betas are they just come up incredible when you photograph them, probably because they stay pretty still, so you can have a fairly slow shutter speed. And normally if they're in little tanks like that, they can't hide too much. So they're the easiest fish in the world to photograph, and the results are stunning with all of their intricacies and colors and things like that. Now, we've got a huge food display there, a few different brands represented there. We've got some treatments and supplements along here, mostly freshwater stuff, but we also have the Prime Instability there from Seachem, which of course can be used in marine setups. We've got a good range of Continuum. You can see some scaping rocks there that look like they come in roast chicken bags, which is pretty nifty. And we've got a tank here with some live plants that you can pick from as well. Over in the corner here, we've got some temperate, I guess is what you'd call it. They're non-heated freshwater fish. So you got your goldfish and some other ranges there, I guess, for ponds, or just your pretty basic bowls. And then you get onto your tropical fish. Now, again, I don't know any of these. But I will point out there, I know someone was asking me recently if I'd seen Texas Holy Rock anywhere. Well, I can say that Atlas Aquarium hasn't. It's $9.95 a kilo, which seems pretty cheap to me. Now, we've got some cool fish up here. Look at these guys. They are bright. I don't know what they are. Some type of cichlid or something probably, but I'm just going to embarrass myself, like I said. But they were absolutely very healthy and lively. Check out these guys. They're A lot of fish hide from the camera. These guys are pushing each other out of the way to try and get in front of it. So as much as I'm a saltwater guy, there's some cool freshwater fish there. And even that tank that's on the way there, that with that big tree root structure in there, that looks cool. Now we've got the other side of that planted freshwater tank there. We got some gravel vacs. We got some magnet cleaners. We got this cool looking unit here, a little scraper. We got your mag floats, flippers. We've got a good range of the Dimax accessories here. The Atlas Aquarium guys sell a fair bit of Dimax equipment. They got some neat little tanks there. We got some Aqua One canister filters, fluval filters, the ocean-free Hydra setup. So they've got the little in-tank filters plus the inline ones. A bit of, some people swear by those. Some people say they're snake oil. You know, I'm not going to say one way or the other. We got some different filter floss, some bacteria pods, some filter pads, air pumps. We've got some in-tank pumps. You see Siche pump there. You get a little sneak peek of some of the coral bays there, but we'll come back to those. And we've got some of the marine supplements here. So we've got some of the Continuum range, some Aqua Vitro range, got the Aqua Forest range. We got the Metazorb UHC for the ultra heavy metal contaminants. The full Continuum, we've got some Coral Essentials items there. You can see the Rosemont waivers. There's some quantum gear there. Let's see what else we can find. We've got the Reef Antibiotics full range here, including their new calcium alkalinity magnesium mixes. We've got the Red Sea range. Sorry, I just had to let a customer through there. We've got the full Red Sea range of options there on your colours and your test kits and your supplements. There's a Deltec skimmer down there. All right. Let's just have a quick look at this cool little Dimax Nano on the counter. I don't know how many litres this tank is. I'd be surprised if it's more than 20. It's got a nifty little rose bubble tip in there and a AI prime lighting it. Although Sebastian tells me that they're just about to release a new light. Dimax, just a quick little sneak peek there of the Reef Revolution gear, which was the purpose of me coming into the store today. And another Evolution Aqua tank there, this time a cichlid setup. We've got some Reef LEDs behind the counter there, as well as some of the Blue Life resins. Now, let's get on to the fish, the marine fish at that. We've got a cool Scopaz Tang here. Such an underrated fish, in my opinion. Looks like we've got a Mimic yellow Tang there. A beautiful wrasse there. It did say on the sticker what it was, but yeah, beautiful pink tail. Scott's Fairy wrasse, it says. We've got a nice trigger there. We've got some damsels. There's a nice convict Tang. We've got a beautiful wrasse too. Look at him just swim around there. That beautiful ruby red wrasse there. Let's see, we got another cool. Oh, that's not. I was going to say there's another wrasse, but that is not. That is the smallest fox face I've ever seen. Check out, he is about half the size of the damsels that he's swimming behind. What a little trooper! Such a small fish, but really cool to see. He's a little bit shy, which is understandable. Check out the beautiful ribbon eel here. This guy is just putting on a bit of a display for the camera, which is cool. Let's see what else we can find. All right, we've got another Scopaz over here. We've got some beautiful paired clowns. Looks like another Mimic lemon Tang there, a yellow Tang, sorry. Some good prices. You see the Scopaz Tang there, $49. Such an underrated fish for that. And we've got some really healthy looking blue-green chromis. And you see they're only $13.95 each. That's a good price fish for almost any tank, really. You can buy a school of them quite affordably at that. Let's see what we got here. We got a nice assortment of wrasse, a couple of tangs in there. It looks like a rabbit fish, sorry. We've got the Scopaz. Looks like we've got a normal yellow Tang in there. Another Mimic. There's a beautiful whitetail bristle-tooth there. Stunning fish. I must admit I hadn't seen any of those for maybe 4 or 5 years, and I've seen a couple in the last few months, so a collector's got them to somewhere, but such a cool fish. We've got a couple of different varieties of clowns there. Looks like we've got a dotty back, got a powder grey, a traditional blue Tang. There should be a hawkfish in there somewhere unless he's been sold. Oh, there he is sitting on top of the PVC. In the next tank along there, we've got some more clowns. We've got a yellow Tang, we've got a powder blue, another wrasse. We've got a nice, I can't remember the name of those Tangs there with the white tails. Is a Tomini Tang. Could be wrong on that, but yeah, they're pretty cool. Got another dotty back, some clowns, another genuine yellow Tang, not a Mimic this time. And there is more tanks. There's some more fish hiding down the bottom here. We've got a big fox face, and he's in there with a huge cleaner wrasse. Just those two keeping each other company. And just one thing I noticed down there was some of the paleo sand, which I'm running in the idiot-proof reef tank. Cool to see some of that out on the store shelves now. And let's have a look what's over here. I've just popped on the Polyp Lab coral lens so we can have a bit of a look at these corals here. Check out the chalice just hiding up there. I'm sad to say that these pieces were not for sale, but the good news is Sebastian tells me the only reason why they're not for sale yet is because he's growing them out, and we can expect to see some of those for sale soon, which would be cool because that's amongst some of the nicest chalice I've seen. You can see he's got some bubblegum chalice frags, some red-eye chalice, green chalice, a good selection of chalice there, frags, all growing out nicely, ready for you to buy. That's just the frags. There's a whole heap of coral in these few tanks here, so I'm keen to show you some of these. Check out the colours on some of these SPS. These are not fresh delivered. These have been in the tank for a little while, and they are holding some crazy colours. So Sebastian tells me he's running the Reef antibiotics trace method there, so it's obviously working really well for them because the SPS are just keeping some really nice colours, and it's great to see wild colonies still looking nice and fresh. So when people buy them, they don't just turn brown in their tank and then come back a horrible army green. So big tip of the cap there to Sebastian, doing some good things there. We've got some SPS pieces there that are in clearance. Those ones unfortunately haven't done quite as well, but you can pick them up for a steal at $25 Australian each. Now, you and I probably both know that SPS, sometimes you give them a dirty look and they'll lose colour. So some of those pieces can be absolute bargains for our American viewers. That works out to be about $15 for a Australian wild colony of SPS that sure have seen better days, but will no doubt come back. We've got some beautiful elegance in there, this cool Galaxia. There's a few more Galaxias over on the right-hand side of this tank, but the colours in that one over on the left were beautiful. You can see some really cool acan frags here. Check out the good assortment of reds and oranges. There's some green splashes through them, yellow eyes. You can also see some nice lobos down there, a good assortment of different coloured lobos and different sizes, different grades. What else can we find there? Some nice leather corals. Let's come over here because we can get a better look in this one. The water's a bit stiller. Check out these deshies here. Sebastian tells me that he had about 15 of these in store and sold them all without batting an eyelid. These are the ones that are left. Obviously, we got the beautiful export grade red and blue there, but even the speckle ones, he says, they're the lower end of the speckle ones he got, and to me, they are just stunning. They're ones you don't see all that often. Now, as far as zoas go, you've got a range of wild-caught mini colonies, I guess you'd say, and a huge bunch of, I guess you'd call them fancy frags. We've got a good assortment of hammers here. There's some cool gonies, all sorts of different colours there. Some more deshies down the bottom too. Some large gonies there, different subspecies of gonies. You see some more chalice pieces over there. Looks like we got lobos or symphilias. You can see some fungi plates. What else have we got there? Just have another quick look at those gonies because I didn't probably give them the time they deserved. All right, now along the bottom here we got some, that's a Cinaria, got another deshi, another couple of deshies, another few deshies. We've got nice recordias. Check out these guys, some big recordias, some big bright orange guys there. You can see some nice torch corals. We'll just swing over to the other side of this coral tank and check out what's on this side. You see some of those really nice chalice there. They might be a little less obvious in the number of colours they have from the other side of the tank, but when you get over close here, you can see the reds, the blues, the greens, some really nice pieces, really nice yellow eye piece there. You see those lobos or symphilias. We can see the fungia plates there. We can see some other nice pieces along the bottom of the racks there. A nice frog spawn and some other hammers there. You see the colours on those lobos or symphilias. We've got a nice blastomusa down there, a nice Duncan frag. Let's see what else we got across in the next tank. All right, now we got some cool shrooms and recordias in this tank, so let's get a top down on those. You can see that beautiful bright orange mushroom in there, along with a great collection of purple and green recordias. We can see some of the larger chalice pieces there, as well as some of the more exotic zoa frags there. Some beautiful colours on those. And we've also got a cool Trachophilia there, some of my favourite. It's my favourite, but I forgot the name of it. Dallas SPS frags there. You see some more cool, looks like watermelon chalice frags there. Looks like perhaps possibly a Samicora or a Lepto as well. Some really cool pieces, and remember those, the huge, there's some Cephastria frags. I was just about to say, remember on the other side of this tank we had a huge assortment of single head acan frags. Well, there's yet more on this side, which is really cool to see. Some more blue splashes, some brighter oranges, a great assortment of frags, and there's also some full acan colonies on the bottom of this tank, along with some leathers. There's some nice different coloured Cinarias there. Just all-round great assortment of corals. Now, if we jump over here, we can see some of the SBS pieces. Although, that being said, we've got some green star polyps up there. You can see some nice, I forgot the name, we got Parietes. I could be wrong on that. Let's see what frags we got up here. Are they Chalice frags? I think they are single-eyed Chalice frags, which is pretty cool. Just get one more quick look at those SBS colonies there while we're here. Why not? Because that's what a lot of us come to see. So some cool pieces there. Now, come around the corner, we'll have a look and see what we got in here. We got some Kessel lit tanks here. Now, these are for some inverts by the looks. We got some bubble tips and things in there. We've also got a few more dry goods underneath these tanks. We've got some anything acrylic sock replacements. I'll just get around these customers. I don't want to be waving the camera in front of them. Let's see what's under this assortment here. We've got Vitalis. So just one more quick look at those deshies because they are showpieces. Particularly while the water's still, it's cool to look at the colours on them there. And you can also see the anything acrylic frag holder there. It's got this cool suction cup piece with a clear acrylic that allows you to hold your frag right up at the surface so you can get a cool picture of it. They're really cool to see. But I think that's probably about it that I want to cover in this video, as we just have a look at some of the Vitalis range of foods and Aquaforest foods there. If you haven't had the opportunity to get into Atlas Aquariums yet, I highly recommend you do. They've got a great range there. The staff are super friendly. If you've got any questions for Sebastian or the team, be sure to pop it in the comment section down below. And as always, if you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos. Till next time, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.